Ah, the DC Style Salsa Academy and SALSANERD presents Listening to the Music. Are you listening? This is a short clip of me dancing with the very lovely and talented Latin lead at La 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 Salsa Club in Busan, South Korea. Busan just happens to be one of my all-time favorite cities in the world to party. If I were to use just one word to describe the people of Busan, that would be spicy. The folks from Busan are spicy. They are fiery people. This clip was taken in September of 2016. And it's a really short clip, y'all, about a minute long, so please watch and listen. Dancing is an intense listening state. Dance music can be complex and it can be spiritual. African music is almost always music for dancing, and so is Cuban music, which is African music's grown-up child. Dancing is an intense, deep state of listening to music. So before we get into anything, I'd like to quickly note that the history of salsa is really complex. It's the history of the modern world. So with any kind of history, it is rich, it is painful, and it is very complicated. The winners get to write most of history, and it's never as easy as just being black and white. So with that in mind, don't just listen to me. I suggest you do your own research and come up with your own conclusions. These are mine. What is salsa? Broadly speaking, salsa is the commercialization of Cuban popular music in the United States starting in the early 1970s. This is a clip of one of my favorite bands, Sonora Ponceña, taken from the awesome 1991 documentary called Salsa Opus by French filmmaker Yves Billon. Sonora Ponceña was known for remaking classic songs by Cuban artists, in particular Arsenio Rodriguez. So here is Sonora Ponceña singing Fuego en el 23, a remake of Arsenio's original classic. Enjoy, guys. Salsa, as a music genre, is influenced for the majority, if not entirely, by son, and more specifically, son montuno. Before the 1970s, though, there was mambo. So this begs the question, what is mambo? Broadly speaking again, mambo is the commercialization of Cuban popular music starting in the late 1940s. This is a clip of Machito y su Afro-Cubanos performing Fantasia Cubana, live for television in 1962 in Tokyo, Japan. This is an incredible historic document for many reasons, but because it is evidence of how long Cuban music culture has been in Japan. The Japanese have enjoyed and consumed Cuban popular music for a very, very long time. Here is Machito, please enjoy and listen. Mambo, as a music genre, is influenced to a very large degree by son and son montuno. So this begs the question, what is son montuno? Son montuno refers to the son developed by African slaves and their descendants in the mountainous regions of Oriente, Cuba, in the mid to late 19th century. Arsenio Rodriguez, descendant of Congo slaves, enriched the son further by introducing the conga, cowbell, bongo, a robust horn section, etc., to form the conjunto sound. Sounds like the modern salsa band, right? Now, let's listen to Arsenio's classic original, Fuego en el 23. Earlier, we listened to Sonora Ponceña's awesome remake of this classic. So, let's listen. singer introduced a strong Afro-Cuban rhythmic emphasis to the music and added the classic arrangements for rumba into the son montuno. So this begs the question, what is rumba? Rumba is a community dance. Rumba is a dance and musical expression of the African slaves and their descendants in Cuba. Rumba was born in the slums of Havana and quickly spread to Matanzas as more slaves were being sent to the growing port city. And unlike the many religious traditions in Afro-Cuban folklore, rumba is secular. There are 3 types of rumba which have been standardized: rumba Colombia, rumba Wawanko, and rumba Yambu. All 3 share the same musical format in terms of arrangement. Let's look at another video on rumba Wawanko.
They were all created here in these streets. This is Belen, one of Havana's oldest neighborhoods, which is famous for its rumba dances.
En este caso yo soy la gallina, él es el gallo, el varón, el que debe ejercer la fuerza, ¿no? Entonces él viene a atacarme y yo huigo. Al huir él trata de hacerse de mí, vacunándome, que es el movimiento que él hace, el movimiento, ahí entonces yo hago esto, para taparme, para que él no me vacune. Yo no puedo dejar que él se acerque a mí. En la Colombia viene siendo él solo el que la puede demostrar, porque es un baile brusco, donde el hombre manifiesta su fortaleza, su inteligencia.
Wawanko is a couple dance between the rooster and the hen. The music has 3 sections. The Diana section, which is the typical introduction to Wawanko. You can hear it right now. Next up, you have the canto section, which is typically where the singer introduces the topic of the song. Single line verses. And fast forwarding to the montuno section, which is the climax of the music. This is the call and response between lead singer and chorus. This is also where the rumberos really let it rip. Any rumbero will tell you that you don't really start dancing until the montuno section hits. You can introduce yourself a little bit, but again, you don't dance until the montuno hits. Dancing is art. Dancing is expression. At the end of the day, you can dance however you like. It is, after all, your free time. Ultimately, you decide how you choose to spend your free time. you are the master to your own disaster. Having said that, dancing is also sacred. Dancing is culture. I like to do things with some kind of rhyme or reason, so this makes sense to me. Again, I truly believe that dance is the intense, deep state of listening to music. So if you're not listening to music, I'd argue that you're just flailing your arms and legs around. You're purely exercising, nothing more. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But if you want to go to places in your mind, in your heart, where nothing else can possibly take you, then you have to listen. Okay, so now that we just spent some time looking at history, let's look at this clip again with a fresh new set of eyes. By the way, I am not feeling this song at all. You would never catch me jamming out to this song. But hey, to each his own, right? All I can do is try my best to listen and to engage my partner. So let's look at this clip again with a fresh new perspective, shall we? Alright, so let's have at it. And I'm looking around, I am not feeling this song at all. I'm like, why are you playing this song? But that's okay, let me close my eyes and let me try to focus. Really concentrate. You know, I still have a responsibility to my partner, right? So we're dancing, we're off. And let me just introduce myself just a little bit, right? You can tell such a deep story just from the basic step and some cross bodies. That's it. Cross bodies. And the canto section, you can tell because it's just a single line verse by the soneto. And let me just do some more cross bodies. We're still introducing ourselves, just basic step. Maybe a free spin. Nothing too elaborate, right? And I can sense the montuno coming up. Boom! Yeah, you know it's just dropping right now. And you know it's the montuno section. Yeah, let it rip. Let it go. Yeah, now we're dancing. You know it's the montuno section because there's the call and response and you hear that campana, the cowbell. And we're really dancing now, the montuno section. And you know, this song turned out to be alright, but man, that intro was so cheesy. Go Latin, yeah. Now we're really dancing. Let's do it. Alright. Hey guys, I'm currently in Bangkok, Thailand right now, enjoying life. But I will be in a city near you soon. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then please share, like, and subscribe. With your support, I'll be making more videos just like this soon, so stay tuned. Keep on dancing, and don't forget, dancing is for everyone.